Hello everyone, myself Rashmi MN from LMS Power Electronic team. This is the 12th session of Power Electronics course. In this session, you will mainly learn about digital firing scheme. The table of contents include the digital firing circuit. Here you will study the block diagram of digital firing scheme and its waveforms, and at the end of the session there will be multiple choice questions. The digital firing scheme mainly consists of oscillator. The output of the oscillator is connected to the counter. The counter has a presettable input. The output of the counter is given to the flip-flop. Here there is one more component, that is zero crossing detector. The output of the zero crossing detector is given to the oscillator, and it is also given to the counter and flip-flop. The output of the flip-flop is given to the logic control unit. You can also observe here the logical control unit has additional inputs A bar, X. The output of this logic control unit block is given to the driver stage. The driver stage in turn triggers the thyristors. First, let us see the oscillator. What the oscillator does. Oscillator is a circuit. It produces continuous alternating waveform. It takes DC source as input and produces and converts it into continuous sinusoidal waveform. In digital firing scheme, oscillator is used to produce continuous sinusoidal waveform at frequency Fc. Next block we'll see is ZCD. ZCD is a zero crossing detector. It is a type of voltage comparator. It detects the zero crossing of each sinusoidal waveform, that is, it may be from positive to negative transition or from negative to positive transition. At each zero crossing, it produces a digital pulse. You can see here at each zero crossing it has produced pulses. In digital firing scheme, this ZCD produces pulses which are in turn sent to the oscillator, where it resets the oscillator and it is sent to the counter. You can see in this block diagram, once the ZCD produces pulses, the counter starts counting, and once the ZCD pulse is given to the flip-flop, the flip-flop is reset. Now let us see the counter. First of all, what is a counter? A counter is used to count the number of events occurs. A counter is usually made up of a series of flip-flop. In digital firing scheme, counter is a presettable counter and it starts counting down from the presettable value to 0. Here the counting starts once it receives ZCD pulse. Once the countdown reaches to 0, it produces a overflow signal. This overflow signal is sent to the flip-flop. A flip-flop then processes this input signal and produces a output B. This output B is next sent to the logical control unit. You can see here the oscillator has produced continuous sinusoidal waveform. At each zero crossing, a ZCD pulse is produced. Once ZCD pulse is received by the counter starts counting down. Once this count reaches 0, a overflow signal is triggered by the counter. Once overflow signal is triggered by the counter, it sends this overflow signal to the flip-flop. The flip-flop processes this input signal and produces a flip-flop output. This value B, this is the value B which is stored in the flip-flop until next ZCD pulse or next zero crossing. Now let us see what is flip-flop. Flip-flop is an electronic circuit with two stable states. The two stable states are logic 0 and logic 1. Flip-flop is the basic building block of memory in electronic devices. Each flip-flop can store a bit of data. Here in digital firing scheme, the flip-flop processes the overflow signal and it produces the signal B. This value will be stored in the flip-flop until the next ZCD pulse. Once ZCD pulse is received, the flip-flop is reset. Then the output of flip-flop is sent to the logic control driver block and driver stage. This driver stage in turn produces the triggering pulses which are used to fire the thyristors. Yes, you have already seen in the logical control unit. The logical control unit it has additional inputs A bar and X. You can also the circuit has been designed in such a way that with logical value X or 1 we can select the pulse duration for either from alpha to pi or alpha to pi plus alpha. Next you can see the waveform of digital firing scheme. The first waveform shows the oscillator output, that is the sinusoidal waveform. At each zero crossing, a ZCD pulse is triggered. This value A, it is the additional input given into the logic control unit. Once ZCD pulse is triggered, we know that the counter starts counting with to the countdown value. It counts down till 0. Once the countdown reaches 0, a overflow signal is triggered by the counter. Once overflow is triggered, the flip-flop is set. The flip-flop processes that value and produces the output value B. This is the output value B. The logic value B is then sent to the logic control block and then to the driver block, where each produces triggering pulses. Here you can see that thyristor T1 triggering pulses. Here thyristor T1 triggering pulses are produced when A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1. For thyristor T1 triggering pulses are produced, and for thyristor 2 the triggering pulses are produced when A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. Now let us see how the triggering pulses are produced. Let us now know how the logical control driver block work. This is the logical control driver block circuit for thyristor T1. The logical control driver block contains a combinational circuit. The combination circuit includes 3 NAND gates and 1 AND gate. Let us see. In the previous waveform, we saw that for thyristor T1 to receive triggering pulse, the value of A and B should be equal to 1 and the value of X is 0. When A and B are 1, the NAND gate output will be, yes, please guess, please recall the AND gate truth table and NAND gate truth table. We know that NAND gate truth table, NAND gate is an inversion of AND gate. Yes, so in AND gate, if both the inputs are 1, means the output is 1. But in NAND gate, it is the inverse of that. So the output of NAND gate is 0. Now let us see this AND gate. Here, since A is equal to 1, A bar is 0. And since B is equal to 1, B bar is 0. So in AND gate, when both the inputs are 0, the output is also 0. Here we have assumed that the X is equal to 0. If both the inputs are 0 for a NAND gate, then the output is 1. Because as already told, NAND is an inversion of AND. In AND, when both the inputs are 0, the output is 0. But in NAND, it is 1. So, for a NAND gate, if one input is 0 and other input is 1, then the output value is 1. This value 1 is sent to carrier modulation and driver stage. And since this value is value is 1, the thyristor start receiving the firing pulses. Now let us see the logical control driver block for thyristor T2. The thyristor, this logical control driver block includes a combinational circuit. As already told, it contains 3 NAND gates and 1 AND gate. Here the thyristor T2, in order to receive triggering pulses, the value of A is equal to 0 and the value of B should be equal to 1 and the value of X is assumed to be 0. Now if value of A is 0, then A bar will be 1, B is 1, then the output of NAND gate is 0. Then now let us see the AND gate. A is 0, B bar is 1, so the AND gate output is 0. This value is 0 and the value of X is also 0. When both the inputs are 0, the value of output value of NAND gate is 1. Now you can see when one input is 0 and other input is 1, the output of NAND is 1. This is sent to the carrier modulation and driver stage block, where it produces the triggering pulses for thyristor T2. This is how the digital firing scheme works. Let's now summarize how the digital firing scheme takes place. As already discussed, it consists of oscillator which produces continuous sinusoidal waveform. At each zero crossing, ZCD produces pulse. This pulse, once this pulse is received by the counter starts counting down. This counter has a presettable value which can be changed. On changing this presettable value, we can change the firing angle. Once the counter reaches 0, a overflow signal is triggered, which is then sent to the flip-flop. The counter overflow signal is then processed by the flip-flop, and which is then sent to the logical control unit, and it is then sent to the driver stage, which in turn then produces the triggering pulses which are used to trigger the thyristors T1 and T2. We saw in logical control block, it had additional 3 inputs, A bar and X. The input X decides the duration of the pulse, whether the pulse duration should be alpha to pi or alpha to pi plus alpha. This completes digital firing scheme. I hope you have understood this digital firing scheme. Now let's discuss the advantages and applications of this digital firing scheme. As we all know that this digital firing scheme is made up of digital components. There is no component delay. That is the main advantage compared to other R firing, RC firing and UJT triggering circuit. And also here the firing angle can be set accurately, and throughout 0 to 360 degree at any moment of time you can have the you can trigger the SAR. Then the applications of digital firing scheme includes, it can be used as control circuit in AC voltage regulators. Also it can be used as triggering circuits in control rectifiers. So these are the advantages and applications. Next, we'll move on to multiple choice questions. The first multiple choice question is, what is a triggering pulse? The options are A, a pulse that starts a cycle of operation. Option B, a pulse that reverses the cycle of operation. A pulse that prevents the cycle of operation. A pulse that enhances the cycle of operation. I hope you have guessed. It is answer A, pulse that starts a cycle of operation. In our digital firing scheme, which block produces the pulses, triggering pulses? Yes, you guessed it right. It is ZCD which produces the triggering pulse. Option A, that is a pulse that starts a cycle of operation, is the triggering pulse. Question number 2. The output of a flip-flop will remain in a set or reset state until option A, any pulse is given to go into previous state. Option B, they don't get any pulse more. Option C, irrespective of any pulse after certain duration. Option D, the trigger pulse is given to change the state. I think you guessed the answer. That is option D. The trigger pulse is given to change the state. Please remember, in digital firing scheme, once the flip-flop receives the pulse from ZCD, its state get reset. Next question, question number 3. A counter circuit is usually constructed of option A, a number of OR gates connected in cascade form, a number of AND gates connected in cascade form. Option C, a number of flip-flops connected in cascade. Option D, a number of OR gates connected in cascade form. This we discussed while discussing counters. Yes, the counters are made up of flip-flop. So the answer is answer C, a number of flip-flops connected in cascade. Cascade means series. Next question, an oscillator converts option A, AC into DC. Option B, DC into AC power. Option C, mechanical power into AC power. Option D, none of the above. Here we have to remember that, we have to recall, you have already studied in your third semester about oscillators. Oscillator takes DC supply and it converts into continuous AC sinusoidal waveform, or it may be square waveform. So the option is B, DC power into AC power. The next question, the output of two input AND gate is high when, so please recall the truth table of AND gate. When will the output of AND gate will be high? It is only when two inputs, that is both the inputs are high. So the option is yes, the first option itself, only if both the inputs are high. That is answer A. Next question, NAND gate means, the option A, inversion followed by AND gate. Option B, NAND gate followed by an inverter. Option C, AND gate followed by OR gate. I hope you guessed. The answer is AND gate followed by an inverter. Next question, ZCD generate pulses at option A at 90 degree waveform. Option B, 45 degree of waveform. Option C, at 0 crossing. Option D, negative half cycle. Yes, the name itself indicates ZCD means zero crossing detector. So ZCD generates pulse at each zero crossing, that is option C. The answer is option C. Next, digital firing scheme can generate firing angle alpha ranging from option A, I think no need options for this, that in digital firing scheme it can produce at any firing angle. It can produce pulse at any firing angle by changing the preset value of the counter. So the answer is option D, that is 0 to 360 degrees. So this completes session 12 of Power Electronics course. Last but not the least, I thank all the committee members for giving me an opportunity to work in this Power Electronics LMS team. Thank you all.